devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense that has the first possession of the game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, under the lights, you had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a... decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Christian. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for running room. Shows him the stiff arm. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the single back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Tells the run, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Left side is Thurman. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good.
North Carolina, 7, UConn, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Selling the fake. Gets rid of it.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Making the adjustment. Handoff to the lone back. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Caught. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
The handoff. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Sees a crease. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Number 92, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Dumps it off in the flats. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Fields the punt. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the North Carolina sideline, their running back is making a little bit of history, and his teammates are very aware. That last touchdown, rushing touchdown, put him at the top of school history for the season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Quarterback changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Chambers. Finds his man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5. And making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
They want to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop. Quarterbacks that have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Out wide left, it's Washington. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Tar Heel sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Signaling to his guys. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Got it.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
They'll move the tight end. Under pressure. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. You've heard the term, he throws a catchable ball. That one did not meet that definition.
That would be more of a wearable ball, wouldn't it? That would just, if it hits you, you're going to wear it. It had so much steam on it. But, yeah, knowing the difference of when to take something off of it and use a little bit of that touch that you work on every day as quarterbacks.
Bush is ahead. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Porter. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right side, it's Christian. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rashad Downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 8 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Bearcats, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at the Rent. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ollie, what's the story as we start this second half?
Catching up with North Carolina's head coach coming out of the locker room. He is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Making the adjustment on the play.
Sweep. Look. Q. Hydro. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On the return, he was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Play action on 1st down. He'll throw it. Got him downfield. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this 2nd half.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of. Wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be 1st down after the personal foul penalty. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. They're working that left side. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be... Stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Went right back to him, and again, he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Here on the Tar Heel sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Churns into the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense is there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it here on 4th down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Turning it on. Touchdown, Huskies. And they turn it into a defensive...
Pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll go back to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver. Bring up fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sets his feet. It's Chambers. Catch in the middle. It's Thurman. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. What you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Go, go.
Drops back on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. The football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Here we go, ready. All right, Andy, go.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. after swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Working that left side now. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He's changing the play. Got to make the play on fourth. And down he goes. A sack on fourth. And the defense gets the football back.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Second down to the air. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes a catch. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on fourth down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
On the ground, it's Jackson. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Chambers. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football.
Look at this guy. Defense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, UNC. Once he got some room, it was over. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. UConn going back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running inside. It's Christian. Good, strong tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the deep. Gets a fourth down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Got his man to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Lane. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it in. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David.
He's got it at the 30. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy: just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass, it's Chambers. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to pass, it's Chambers. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown, Husky. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Fresh center downs going to the air. In the backfield, it's Jackson. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And a sack will be the final play of this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.